This is Retta. Welcome to Rich Girl Math. We talk about investing for women. Grab your bottle of water, settle in, and let's learn today. Nobody teaches women how to invest, so we do. Do add your comments, share, and subscribe to our channel. Quick disclaimer before we start. This video is for educational purposes only and is not financial advice. Imagine this. You saved $10,000 in 2026. That same money? It would buy what $6,000 bought just 15 years ago in 2011. That's not a prediction. That's what inflation has already done to your savings. And if you're trying to understand why your paycheck doesn't stretch as far, or why your rent keeps climbing, or why groceries cost nearly double what they did a decade ago, you're about to see exactly why. So if you want to understand what's happening to your money right now and how to actually protect it, make sure you subscribe to this channel where we break down the financial reality behind the numbers that affect your life. Let's start with what inflation actually is. It's not some distant economic concept that only matters on the news. It's the reason you can feel poorer even when you're earning more. Inflation is the steady increase in prices across the entire economy over time. When inflation happens, the purchasing power of your money goes down. Your dollar buys less. Your savings are worth less. And the worst part? Most people don't realize how much damage it's already done. Here's the concrete reality. 15 years ago, in 2011, $1 had a certain amount of purchasing power. It could buy you a specific amount of goods and services. Today, in 2026, that same dollar can only buy about 60% of what it used to. That means you need more than $1.67 to buy what $1 bought back then. This is what we call the loss of purchasing power, and it's the silent thief of savings. Most people keep their money in a regular savings account earning almost nothing. Meanwhile, inflation is eating away at what they've saved, year after year. Let's look at groceries. This is where you feel inflation the most directly. In 2011, a typical grocery run might have cost you $50. You'd get a decent amount of food: eggs, milk, bread, some chicken, vegetables, fruit. That $50 bill had real buying power. You could fill a decent bag. Fast forward to 2026, and that same bag of groceries costs more than $80. That's a 66% increase over 15 years. But here's what really matters. That $10,000 you saved, the money you were protecting for emergencies or a future goal, a third of it, $3,300, has been eroded away by inflation, just in groceries alone, when you consider it across a family's lifetime of eating. Now let's talk about rent. Rent is arguably where inflation hits the hardest, because it's not optional. You have to live somewhere. In 2011, the median rent in many American cities was around $1,000 per month for a one-bedroom apartment. Not cheap, but manageable. That same apartment often costs $1,800, $1,900, sometimes $2,000. That's nearly a 100% increase. Double. Your $10,000 in savings? About 5 months of rent back then. Today, that same $10,000 covers maybe 5 to 6 months. You've lost roughly a month of housing from that savings. And for someone trying to save for an apartment deposit, the amount you need has skyrocketed. Then there's travel. In 2011, a domestic flight might have run you $300 round trip if you booked it right. A decent hotel night was $120 to $150. Today, that same flight is often $450 to $500. Hotels are $250, $300, or more. If you'd been saving $10,000 specifically for a vacation, that would have covered 2 decent weeks away 15 years ago. Today, that same $10,000 gets you maybe 7 to 9 days, and you're being more cautious about where you eat and what you do. But here's what most people don't understand. This isn't random. This isn't just bad luck. This is the mathematical certainty of inflation working over time. And it's accelerating. From 2020 to 2022, inflation hit 7, 8, 9% per year. Those were headline-grabbing numbers, but the average inflation rate over the past 20 years has been around 2 to 3% per year. That might sound small, that might sound manageable, but it compounds. Just like compound interest grows your money, compound inflation shrinks it. Let's do the actual math. If inflation averages 2.5% per year, which is historically pretty normal, then over 30 years, your money loses about 56% of its value. Put another way, what costs $100 today will cost $190 in 30 years. And if you're in retirement with a fixed income, or if you're saving for something far in the future, That's a massive problem. Your $10,000 saved today won't just be worth less. It will be worth half as much, in real terms, in 3 decades. That's not an exaggeration. That's mathematics. So how do you calculate this yourself? How do you know what your money will actually be worth? This is where an inflation calculator becomes your best friend. You can find these free online. You plug in an amount of money, the year you earned or saved it, and the year you want to compare it to, and it tells you the real purchasing power. You can also work backwards. If you saved $10,000 in 2011, an inflation calculator will tell you that in 2026, that money has the purchasing power of roughly $6,000 in 2011 money. That's the specific number we started with. This is why it matters. Now here's where this gets personal. How much have you felt this? Think about something you bought 10 or 15 years ago. Maybe it was a car, or a piece of furniture, or an appliance. Look up what that same thing costs now. The actual product might not have changed much, but the price probably has. And if you're earning the same salary you were making 5 years ago, or even 10% more, you're actually making less in real terms. Your purchasing power has shrunk. This is why people feel poorer, even when they're not. And it's why understanding inflation isn't just economics. It's personal finance survival. Here's something that should concern you even more. Most savings accounts and traditional financial vehicles don't keep pace with inflation. A typical savings account might earn 0.05% interest per year right now. Meanwhile, inflation is running at 2 to 4% per year. That means your money is actually losing value. You're going backwards. If you keep $10,000 in a savings account earning 0.05%, you're losing roughly $200 per year in real purchasing power. Over 10 years, that's $2,000 in value lost, just because you tried to be safe and save conservatively. So, what can you actually do? First, acknowledge the reality. Inflation is happening. Your savings are being eroded. Your purchasing power is shrinking. This isn't pessimism. It's just math. Second, educate yourself. Understand what inflation means for your specific situation. Are you trying to save for retirement? Are you trying to build an emergency fund? Are you trying to save for a house? Inflation affects each goal differently. Third, start thinking about how to protect your savings. This might mean looking for higher yield savings accounts that actually beat inflation. It might mean considering bonds, or low-cost index funds, or other investments that historically outpace inflation over time. It might mean adjusting your income expectations to account for inflation. Here's the thing that should really hit home. If you're planning to retire in 20 years, and you assume your expenses will stay the same, you're already planning wrong. Your expenses won't stay the same. Inflation will push them up. If you spend $60,000 per year today, you might need $120,000 per year in 20 years just to have the same lifestyle, assuming average inflation. That's double. Your retirement savings need to be double what you might intuitively think. Or maybe more. This is why companies and wealthy investors are so obsessed with asset inflation and real returns. They understand that nominal returns don't matter. Real returns after inflation are what actually matters. If you earn 10% on an investment, but inflation is 6%, your real return is only 4%. If you keep your money in cash earning 0%, while inflation is 3%, your real return is negative 3%. You're losing money just by being too conservative. The really frustrating part? Inflation hits the poor and middle class the hardest. Why? Because wealthy people have their money in assets that tend to outpace inflation. Real estate, stocks, businesses, art, commodities. As inflation rises, asset prices rise too, and wealthy people benefit. Meanwhile, regular people with savings in a bank account or in cash under the mattress, they just get poorer. This is one of the reasons wealth inequality keeps growing. Inflation is literally a mechanism that transfers purchasing power from savers to asset owners. So let's bring this back to the headline. $10,000 saved in 2026 only buys what $6,000 did in 2011. That's not because you made a bad decision. That's not because the economy is broken in some unique way. That's because inflation is doing exactly what it always does. It's eroding the purchasing power of your money. And that process has been happening for 15 years straight. It'll keep happening for the next 15 years. The only question is whether you're going to understand it and do something about it, or whether you're going to ignore it and wake up one day wondering where all your money went. The scary part is that most people do ignore it. They save money, they feel secure, and then 10 years later they realize that their security was an illusion. The money is there, sure, but it doesn't buy what it used to. They can't retire early. They can't take that big trip. They can't help their kids with college. The purchasing power was slowly stolen by a force they didn't fully understand and didn't actively protect themselves against. So here's my challenge to you. Find an inflation calculator online. Plug in an amount of money you saved 5 or 10 years ago. See what it's actually worth today in terms of purchasing power. I bet you'll be surprised. I bet you'll see that loss right there in the numbers. And then think about what that means for your future savings. If you don't make changes, if you don't seek out ways to protect your purchasing power, this pattern will keep repeating. In another 10 years, you'll look back at what you saved today and wonder where it all went. The good news? You now understand the problem. You see it clearly. Inflation explained. Purchasing power. The value of money over time. These aren't abstract concepts anymore. They're things that directly affect whether you can afford rent, groceries, travel, and retirement. And that means you can do something about it. You can seek out better savings vehicles. You can invest in assets that outpace inflation. You can adjust your income goals to account for inflation. You can have conversations about salary based on real purchasing power, not just the number of dollars. You can make choices that protect your future buying power instead of watching it disappear. This matters. This is important. And if this video has helped you understand what's happening to your money, please like it. Share it with someone you care about who's trying to figure out why their paycheck doesn't stretch as far anymore. And in the comments, tell me this. What's one thing you bought or wanted to buy 5 or 10 years ago that shocked you with its price today? I genuinely want to hear your real examples of inflation's impact on your life. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. We cover topics like this all the time because your financial literacy directly affects your freedom and your future.